Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm a counsellor who works mostly with women who survived things that they shouldn't have had to, really. And now they're trying to live a life that feels calm and safe and genuinely their own. And today I want to talk about something that so many of my clients bring to therapy. Maybe that's true for you as well. You might be going through this. What am I talking about? It's this feeling like I know that I'm not in danger anymore, but my body still feels like I am. So you might be lying in bed feeling exhausted, but your chest's tight and your mind just won't stop spinning. Or you finally left a bad relationship or a toxic job, but instead of relief you just feel jumpy and drained and hypervigilant. You can't relax, you can't switch off, and you're still on edge. And why is that? Well, it's because your nervous system just doesn't know that you're safe yet. So let's start by talking a little bit about the nervous system and what we mean by that. So when you've lived in a state of high stress from trauma or abuse, neglect, harassment, or even just years of being overwhelmed or unsupported, your nervous system adapts and it becomes like an overly sensitive smoke alarm. It doesn't just wait to see if the fire's real. It just goes off at any sign of heat or smoke. So even when the actual threat, the person, the environment, the situation is gone, your nervous system's still scanning for danger. Not because you're broken, but because your body's learned that vigilance kept you alive. And it's not ready to stop doing that job yet. And this is how it might show up. So you're constantly on edge, even when you're in an environment that's relaxing. Any loud noises, sudden changes, or certain people that you see make your heart race. Maybe you struggle to trust people or let your guard down. You might feel numb sometimes and overwhelmed at other times. You second guess everything and feel unsafe even when nothing's happening. And you're not making it up, and it's not just anxiety. It's your nervous system doing what it learned to do to help you survive. Think of your body as a car. If you've been driving with the brake and the accelerator down at the same time for years, even if you take your foot off, the engine's still revving, the parts are overheated, and it takes time to slow down. And it takes signals of safety to convince the system that it's okay now. So this is what I work on with clients all the time in therapy. How to teach you how to help your body learn that it's safe again. And let me say something important here. You don't do this by telling yourself to calm down. That doesn't work. You do it by listening to your body with patience and kindness and consistency. You just tune in to what it's feeling and focus on what it is. So why does this happen? Well, let's go deeper for a moment, because the part of your brain that handles threat, it's called the amygdala, and it isn't logical. It's not reading the calendar or the news or your emails. It's scanning for patterns. It remembers the smell, the tone, the sound, the body language of danger, and it reacts before your rational mind even gets a say. So that's why you can feel totally safe one minute and then spiral the next. When someone says a certain phrase or looks at you a certain way, it's not weakness, this is the legacy of survival. And if no one taught you how to come down from that, you'll stay stuck in what we call a hyper-aroused state. So even if your life looks fine on the outside, you can feel hyper-aroused. So what can help? Well, let's talk about what you can do. And it won't be a magic fix, but these are steps that you can do to begin to gently show your body that it's safe. So the first thing you can do is slow rhythmic breathing. So it's not to force calm, but to create like a gentle rhythm that says, we're not running, just breathe. So you try inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 6. Or you could try inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4. That's called box breathing. Another technique that I use often with clients is a grounding technique. So if you touch something textured, put your feet on your floor, orient yourself to your environment. Where am I? What do I see? What's real now? Maybe use your senses so you can think about something you smell, something you taste, something you touch, something you hear, something you see. Use all of your senses to bring yourself back to the present moment. Another thing you can do is self-soothing and safe touch. So you can wrap a blanket around yourself, place your hand on your heart, and you might feel a little bit silly doing that at first, but it sends a message to your brain that you're cared for, even if you're doing it yourself. But obviously if you've got someone around you, then you can maybe have a hug off them. if they are happy to do so. Another thing you can do is regulate with others. So it is really vital that you mix with other people, even if you don't really feel like it. People who are calm and present, who don't demand anything, they don't judge you, they don't dismiss, they can just help your system to co-regulate. And that's one reason how therapy works, because when you sit with someone who's grounded week after week, your system begins to feel what safe connection can feel like. And you're not broken. If you take nothing else from this video, let it be this. You're not broken. You're not dramatic. You're not failing at healing. You're a human being whose body did everything it could to protect you. And now that same body needs some time and support to feel safe again. And that process takes a little bit of care. And often it takes a little bit of help as well. So if this spoke to you and you recognise yourself in what I've said today, know that I often see this in my counselling work. You don't have to figure it out on your own. And if you're ready to work with someone who won't just nod politely, but will help you understand your patterns and gently start to challenge them, you're very welcome to reach out. You can find me at kellyoliverdougall.co.uk if you'd like to learn more about my counselling practice. And until next time, your body isn't late. It's still looking out for you. It's trying to help you to survive, but you get to teach it something new.